So happy Fast Week Friday.
I know. It was a fast week, and here we are Friday already.
Maybe we should change the name of our show to
Yeah.
from Facebook to Fast Weeks.
Fast Week Friday.
Because really, we have got fast weeks almost all the time.
We actually we do. Yes, it's hard to believe they go by so quick, but
That's what I
yeah.
mean. Fast Week Friday.
Fast Week Friday.
Welcome to everyone.
Absolutely.
So
Hi.
glad you're there. Eh?
Yep.
It's so nice to have people on the other end.
That's
And
right.
we look forward to having a nice little half hour or 45 minutes. That's usually what our timing is.
I think it's
isn't it?
more 45 minutes now. 45 minutes to an hour.
I know.
And no half hour there.
We can't shut up. That's the problem. Good morning, Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine.
It's lovely to see that Lorraine's here.
Absolutely. First one,
Yes,
too.
well done. Yay. And Kathy Bird
Kathy
is
Bird.
second, which, it's
Yeah.
pretty hard to beat Lorraine because she's up much earlier than you.
Absolutely. Well, actually, Lorraine probably hasn't even gone to bed yet. Have you,
No.
Lorraine? Yeah.
Possible. And Suzanne is here. Good morning. Sunny day day. That's great. Good to hear. We had a downpour earlier that I walked around in my rainbow umbrella.
Oh, very nice.
The rainbow umbrella
Yeah.
really helped.
I just missed the rain because I was this morning to walk my dogs. It was pouring with rain. I'm going, oh geez, and I had put my hair in a ponytail, so when I put my hood on, I wouldn't get wet. And I'm out there and going, okay, what happened to the rain? It's
Then it
cleared
disappeared,
up,
right?
which was
Exactly.
nice.
Yes, it is lovely to have the rain disappear. And that's the nice thing about living here, I think, is that we don't actually have like weather for any length of time. We can
Yes.
always count on it changing immediately.
Definitely.
So it looks like there's a few more people here.
Yeah,
Pandora
Pandora.
is here. Oh, good. I'm glad you can
Yeah.
see.
I did
thought
see.
you
I did
couldn't
see that one. I have kind of a sweet spot there. So it's
Yeah,
now.
right.
If you go too high up, I can't see it. It's kind of right in the middle.
We have our camera sitting right there. And our TV is behind on the wall, so we can see your comments.
That's right.
Which
Yes.
really does help. I mean, overall, but
Yes.
I'm the one who sees most of the comments.
Absolutely.
so.
They're kind of blocked for me now.
Donna Granger, yay! I feel
Elizabeth.
sorry for you,
No,
but
that's
not
okay.
really.
Roxy. I can see bits and pieces, so I'll just piece it together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sandy is here. Friday the 13th, my lucky day. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
I just love Friday the
I
13th.
actually, you know what? I don't have problems on Friday the 13th. It's usually Thursday the 12th. That's the problem.
That's
date
so
for
true.
me.
Yesterday was not as good a day as it could have been.
No.
Hello, Kathleen. She managed to make it today. Yay!
Hi, Kathleen.
Yaunt. That's lovely. Lorraine's already slept for over an hour, and then she woke up just in time. It's 1:30 there.
Woo!
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I thought. Because anyway, it's hard to remember what
Absolutely.
time it is there. What with daylight savings. Hopefully next year we were not going to change anything.
No.
Like the time will stay the same. It'll be
Yeah.
so much nicer, whatever they decide
Whatever
is
they
the
decide.
correct time. Tammy's here, putting groceries in the car. How lovely. I don't know how you'd be doing all these things while we're
Absolutely.
sitting here
That's-
quietly and you're just listening and doing. And
Yeah, how can you be listening and doing all that kind of stuff? That's amazing. No,
Karen?
June, you're not late. Good morning.
Hello, June. This is
Yeah.
we just starting to say good morning
Absolutely.
to everyone. You did it right on time.
That's right.
Good for you because it's 9:34 here.
Yes.
Just for your information. Wanda
Wanda.
is here and Becky Clegg is here. It's lovely to have you all here. We were just talking about how we should call this now
Fast Week Friday.
Fast Week Friday. And it's going to take me a while to get it.
Well,
'cause-
we thought of it yesterday, and we were this morning. We were going, what did we call it yesterday? And I'm going,
Fast Week Friday because we had this holiday in the middle, or a holiday. It's not
Yeah.
really a holiday, but it was a day off, right?
Yes.
And then when we have that, and any time during the week, we always feel like, oh my goodness, this week has gone so fast,
Absolutely, it splits it up, and
it makes us not
Yeah.
do all the things that we would normally do on
I
that day.
agree. I agree. It's like yesterday, felt like I was starting the week over again, and it took me a little bit to get into it, and now it's Friday already.
I know. Marcy Schmidt is here. Nice to see you. Mary Widrowitz, hi.
So I
Jennifer, yellow ladies. I like that. It looks like your spell check went crazy. Hello, Loretta. Nice to see you. And Emma Knotts. Good morning.
Good morning.
We do like to mention everyone's names because you know why? Because you're taking your time out of your day
Absolutely.
to say hello to us and for us to acknowledge you at least so you know that we see you.
Yes,
It's kind of an important thing.
I think so.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, it might get a little annoying to you to hear all of these people. Then come and join the Facebook chat group and come and
Definitely.
see us live.
That's right.
I mean, that's what we're doing there.
Yes.
Or here.
Here. We're here and not there.
I don't know where I am. Anyway, so what else happened this week? What did you do this week besides feeling like it went too quickly?
Sorry, it was kind of split. So, I've done some layout this week, I have to say. Let's see, what else have I done? I've prepared for ordering some raw materials, so we have
that's
some more
right.
goods in.
We actually did that together.
Yeah,
and
we
I had
did that
already
together.
forgotten that.
Yeah, that was just yesterday.
I know.
So
It only took us a few hours.
It only took us a few hours. Today I plan to do my usual quiet Friday things.
Yeah.
So
We have a day where we can focus on things that are creative, things
Mhm.
that we actually have to do, but it's
Yeah.
difficult to do when we're also engaging with the outside world.
Absolutely.
So we have an
Yeah.
outside world morning, and then in the afternoon, I usually publish the free stitch along pattern, of course. And this week we're going to have another weekend. We're going to have another sale,
Yes.
which I have a theme in mind
Yeah.
called cottages, which should be a kind of a fun sale. And we are preparing for our not Facebook, our Black Friday. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, but that's going to be a couple of weeks away.
I know, but we have to prepare.
I guess we have to think about it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's possible that, it's going to be big or huge, as they say.
Oh, it could be.
Or
It could be.
it could be like really light and let everybody else do all of that marketing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We're going to
no.
have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait and see what happens. But,
Mhm.
people are probably wanting to get some stitchy stuff for.
Absolutely. And one of the things I'm really sad about is we didn't get the scissors in time yet.
Not yet.
Darn it
not yet.
all.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about
I
them?
am not. I was thinking about it though. I think besides doing quiet work today, that might be a
Just
necessity
one,
to do
yeah,
a phone
just
call.
to check with them.
Mhm.
Because the scissors that we got in were so beautiful and they were
They
sold
were.
out so
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. Actually, I've used one of the pairs that I got
Mm-hmm.
to cut the heart hanger for one of my tassels that I was working on last weekend, and it just cuts like butter. It's
Really?
like, oh yeah.
And light, right?
Yeah,
I
light.
just love those.
Mhm.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Susanna Litanai and Carol and
Yep.
Sherry Williams. Look at everybody's here and we didn't even notice
We
them.
didn't even notice.
They just
no.
came
They
rushing
just-
in.
Yeah, they did.
Snuck in. Waiting for help today. Car does in upstate New York.
Yep.
Carol, it sounds like you're at the side of the road.
Oh.
Do you have a car problem? Let us know because we're ready to fly out there and help you, okay? Susanna, it's nice to see you and sorry that it's evening already. On the other hand, I like evenings because that means I get to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I like that. When you're really tired and you've done a whole bunch of stuff. Michelle is here, everyone from sunny Florida. And Sherry's excited for her new snow pattern.
Oh,
And I'm not sure which one that is. It could be the stitch along.
the stitch along, yes.
Oh, the snow globe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sherry just said something isn't working. That's right, snow globe. Mary says Friday the 13th. Oh my goodness. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday the 13th.
Absolutely.
Because Friday the 13th can be your lucky day.
It can be.
And,
Yeah.
there's this, I don't know, there's a strange thing that somehow Friday the 13th. Have you ever looked that up to see why people think Friday the 13th is unlucky?
Well, there are some theories. I mean, if you watched any of the movies,
Okay. I didn't, but
what I've heard for Friday the
Sure.
13th is back in the medieval times when the oh geez, yeah, I don't know my history all that well.
that's okay.
So
Just whatever,
the
whatever
Templars,
you remember. Yes.
I think what I heard is that the Roman Church disagreed about
Oh, yes.
the Templars,
Mhm.
and it was Friday the 13th that he set out the order for all of them to be killed.
Oh, that's very unlucky for them.
So,
very unlucky.
yes.
In fact, I just saw a documentary on the Templars, but I don't remember that part.
Yes.
That was the
Yes.
Friday the 13th.
Now, it could all be, of course, fiction
Mm-hmm.
and made to glorify this movie.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
Jennifer Gowan says she's a great aunt again.
Oh, very nice.
And thank you for all that
Yeah.
history, because I didn't know that at all. Maricel Fogarty is...
That's the movie buff history that's in my head.
She
so,
is
you know.
such a movie buff. She's from New Zealand. It's Saturday morning here. Love watching you ladies Facebook Live. Thank you, Maricel. It's really nice to have you here as well. Brenda Leclerc is here. The grandbaby's nap coincides. Perfect. I hope we're not too loud.
Absolutely. Yes.
Janine Morrison is here. Good morning from beautiful day in Atlanta. Diane took the day off. Oh, that's so nice when you can do that. Hey? And Paulette from Ottawa, and good morning from rainy New Westminster from Kate.
Yes, it probably would be rainy over there.
Yeah. And because it's rainy over here.
It was rainy here earlier, so yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. The West Coast is the wet coast around here.
That's right, exactly. It does look like the sun is trying to poke through the clouds still.
And I hope that all of you are feeling good today.
Absolutely.
I hope that none of you have the dreaded COVID, because the vaccines are coming out. I mean, it's not just one kind of vaccine that will be coming out soon, in a couple of months anyway. But there's also many other manufacturers working on this. So we're kind of all hoping that...
Fingers crossed that something actually works to lessen the load.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're all so petrified of getting this thing, and we really empathize with everyone. It doesn't matter where you live, we're all feeling the same feelings.
Absolutely. And you know, our case count sure has been increasing in the last month, so.
Yeah, it has. And you know, it doesn't really matter whether it's high or low. We know that it's a crapshoot, as they call it. It's like, you know, sheer luck if you do or if you don't. So any of you are ill in any way, my heart goes out to you, and I hope that you get better very soon.
Absolutely. Enjoy your stitching time.
Well, that's another good bonus. If I'm not feeling well. Oh, I forgot to bring my stitching down.
Oh, that's okay. It'll have to wait.
Oh, no, because I've done some things, and I was looking forward to showing you guys.
Beautiful. It'll have to wait until next week.
That's not fair. I had it all ready. Anyway, I guess I'll have to...
Well, next week it'll look even better.
It'll be longer then, yes.
It'll be longer. Oh, hi, Patty. Missing you, too.
That's right. Me, too. And Susanna says... that her Friday the 13th is her lucky day. And it is for me too. I decided that years ago.
Absolutely.
I'm going to fight against this silly bad luck thing. Patty, Sally says, I'm happy it's Friday. I plan to finish my daughter's Victoria Sampler wedding sampler. Is that the heirloom one? I bet it is.
It probably is.
Because there's two big ones, right?
Beautiful stitching. So.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. So you brought us another stitch today.
I did, yes. And today's stitch is the sheaf stitch, and it is from level 1, and it's number 8. And this one is on
She's reading at the same time.
It's reading, yes, and I shouldn't do that.
There's your cheat sheet right there, but she made it in very small print, so I can't read it at all. This is the pattern that it's in. The sheaf stitch is actually at the back of this, and there's a little bit of a is this where you got your sheaf description?
Yes.
Okay, so it's already on the back, but you'll hear it as well.
So, and I'm going to show the actual model. It's the pink border that you see right there. And it's actually a really nice textured stitch. And it's commonly used on both linen and canvas.
Oh, see, I can tell she's reading now.
And it makes
she never says commonly.
Yeah, no, I don't. And it makes a great border. It's usually done in bundles of either 3 to 5 stitches that are tied down in the middle.
Yeah, so they're horizontal usually, but they can also be vertical.
They can also be vertical, and they can also be different lengths, the straight stitches too.
But they're long straight stitches.
They're long stitches, usually over, I would say, 6 to 8 threads.
Yeah, and then you can tie them together in the middle.
In the middle.
Which makes them look a little bit like a sheaf of wheat.
Absolutely.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And Thea's used it in a few of her stampers, and we're going to show you a few of the models. One is Crimson Fire. And I'm going to just show that here. This has glass on it. Now I need to find where the sheaf stitch is.
Oh, because of the glass, we have to be very careful.
To be very, very careful.
And since you can't see the monitor, I'm going to show
that. Exactly. And this one, I think, is a tiny, I think it's that one right there.
Oh, it is very tiny.
Very tiny.
Okay, I'm going to
Are
show
you gonna
this
show
if
that?
I can help it. Let's see where I can. Oh, you can see there's an extra light there. So we don't need that. My finger is on it. Oh, we don't need
Yeah.
that. Right down there. Oh, goodness,
It's
that's
a tiny.
difficult
I
to
think you
see.
did that one over 4, actually.
I think I did. I
Yeah.
think it over 4 and over 2. Well, actually, there's 3 stitches,
3 stitches
which
at a
is
time.
really
Yeah.
tiny.
Tiny, yeah. And it's done with a metallic braid on that one.
It is.
Yeah.
And it actually looks really nice,
It
but
does.
you have to have magnifying glasses
Yeah,
on
to see it.
It looks like Susanna is putting love out because she liked this
Oh,
pattern.
good.
This
Yeah.
pattern, right? Susanna, thank you. And Linda says she was just going to work out, but 2 of my favorite ladies are on.
Oh.
That'll wait a minute.
Hi, Linda.
That is so nice of you.
And so-
Actually, we created a new exercise room upstairs.
Mhm. Have you been using it?
Yes, I used it for the first time today. Yesterday we had the things put on the wall, chin up bar
Oh, okay.
and TRX. Kind of, it's like you hang on it and you do push-ups and things like that. And a stair stepper and put them all in there and did some yoga. It's wonderful to have the space. Because I
Yes.
often tried to do yoga in my bedroom and there's like this much space.
There's not enough space there.
No, so really excited to have that. And you know, when it gets rainy here, you don't feel like doing any of those things
Yeah.
outside. And I
Yeah.
don't want to go to the gym
No.
these days.
Absolutely, definitely not.
No, exactly. So we turfed out a bed out of our spare bedroom. It's now no longer a spare bedroom.
No, well, you don't want people coming to stay right now anyway.
No, exactly.
So, yeah.
And if they do want to come and stay, we'll have to isolate them somewhere, like
Yeah.
at the back porch or something.
That's right, yes. Down in the basement.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I kind of got away from the sheep stitch here.
There is. Another one is S is for Stitcher, and I'm just thinking, yes, I believe that is the stitch right there. So
Oh.
S is for Stitcher.
See,
And
it's so much better without the glass.
It is. And it's that one right there.
Ah,
They're
golden.
vertical rather
Vertical,
than
yeah.
horizontal.
And there's only a few of them, right?
That's right.
That's on that side.
3 on that side, and then there's the rest of them on this side.
Okay, see, I can't remember
Yeah.
what I did.
So let's see if I can get closer.
Whoa, that's close. Yeah, you
There.
can see them. And they're very narrow again.
They're
not
very
over
narrow.
5.
But this is such a cute little sampler.
S is for Stitcher.
S is for Stitcher. and
I
I'm
actually
just
love
going
this
to-
one. You don't have to do any of the other alphabet ones.
That's
if you're a
right.
Stitcher, you can do S's for Stitcher.
Absolutely. And there's a little sailboat on it and a swan.
All the stitches
and
start
all
with an
the
S.
stitches.
They
Exactly.
start with an S, and all the little motifs start with an S. Linda says gorgeous, and I think she's talking about the
Crimson Fire
Crimson
one?
Fire one, yeah. And Patty England says late as usual.
Yeah.
LOL. Sherry Williams, you've caught us live.
Yeah.
Well done, you're
Yay.
here. It's good to see you. My exercise room is fantastic. It's only like 8 by 10, but it's just enough room to actually, have one person in there and be able to really spread out and do whatever.
That sounds like the same size as my sewing
I
room.
wonder if it's 8 by 10. No, it's probably 10 by 11. I think your sewing room is smaller than that.
I
room.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not
Yeah.
huge. It's not like a gigantic room.
My sewing room is small,
Deb's here.
but cozy.
Yeah, cozy, exactly. I love your sewing room.
I love my sewing room too.
I've looked at her sewing room several times. I've been over there a couple of times. And when I walk in there, I just want to immediately get to doing something, sewing or whatever.
It's set up so it's
Really well.
usable.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's hard to get at is I have several Rubbermaid containers full of fabric and things like
Hundreds
that.
of
So
them.
I'm actually always lifting to get to the bottom container because that's usually where the fabric I want is.
You know, there are these shelving units that you can do in a warehouse. Like they have these shelving units, and you can take each.
True, but I only have so much space, so
But it's vertical.
yeah, but they probably would stick out a little bit.
Not any
No.
more than your
No, I guess
Rubbermaid
not.
containers.
Yeah.
I could fix this room.
You
I
could
just
fix-
know I could. Anyway,
Okay.
Dove is here. Deb Summerlot is here. And Jennifer McEwen is here. Linda is here. So prefer not putting glass on stitching. Me too. I
Yes.
love the textures. I did it at first, and boy, I wish I hadn't. Kathy Bird, 53.
Wow,
Loretta,
okay.
51. Thank you. Good heavens. Welcome to everyone who hasn't yet said anything. If you haven't said anything, that's fine. We'll just say hello.
Absolutely.
And Elizabeth is here. Elizabeth Loper. Hi, Sherry from Michigan. Oh, you're talking to Sherry.
Yeah.
That's great. Jennifer Kane, how nice to see
Yeah.
you. I haven't seen you in a coon's age, and
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Stitcher's Hideaway goes really well for you. I think you're doing a winter stitching thing again, aren't
Uh-huh.
you? So I'm so glad you're here. It's
Yeah.
really nice to see you. And something, I love the live sessions. It's like having friends over to my house. It makes me feel less lonely. Thanks, Patty.
Thanks, Patty.
We do
Yeah.
feel like you're
Yeah,
friends.
absolutely. And we're all together.
Mhm. I know many of the people. I've met many of the people,
Absolutely.
as have
Definitely.
you, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
lots of the guests here right now have been here to our VS retreats.
Retreat
which,
one time or another.
yeah, and I've been teaching a number of people that
Absolutely.
have come on board once in
Yeah.
a while, and really love seeing the names because I can put faces to everyone.
Absolutely. And then we've got some new people too.
Isabel Luke, I think she's
Yep.
very new.
I think she's new. Hi, Isabel. And I
Hi.
think Deanne too from
Definitely.
Louisiana.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome, welcome.
It's good to see you all. That's great. Hopefully soon next year we'll be back. Yes.
Yes.
I hope so too, Jennifer Kane. That'll be really nice. Okay, so you got another sheaf stitch going on?
I do. And this one is from a set of really cute sachets. They're called the herbal sachets. And the sheaf stitch on this one is the nice pink one. This is the oregano sachet.
I love oregano.
Me too.
I don't know if we can move this. No, I guess we
No,
can't.
I've got the tag on the back. So
Oh no, I was looking at the little
the
ribbon
bow?
that's hanging down.
Oh, okay.
But then you can't see the
Yeah,
stitching.
there. I got it.
It's hard to
I know.
show. But
Exactly.
oregano looks great.
It does. Isn't it cute?
And it has
And the sheaf stitch.
the
And
sheaf
it's
stitch, right?
right there.
The light pink one, right?
Exactly.
Yes,
Let's
exactly.
see if I can get
Yeah,
closer.
that's great. And actually,
There we
that's
go.
pretty much the way I like to do them. Is
Mhm.
fairly broad with 5 stitches, 5 long
Yes.
stitches held
Yeah.
together in the middle.
Absolutely. So that's one, but I have to show you the rest of the herbal sachets. They don't have the sheaf stitch on them, but they're so cute. So there's bergamot.
Okay, this is a really nice and fun thing to show.
Absolutely.
And this
And we
is,
don't show them that often, but they're nice, quick little samplers to do.
and this is chives, which is also really fun. I'm going to say fun every time, but that's not true. What they are is really elegant little sachets.
Absolutely.
And you can put the actual chives in
Yeah.
there, which I wouldn't actually do.
No, I would put it in like a little separate bag, or not necessarily bag, like a little pouch
Mhm.
made out of cloth, and
That keeps it away from the stitching.
from the stitching.
Exactly. And we've got Joanne's name on the back
Mhm.
of this one. And you got one?
I've got one. This one is parsley. And isn't it pretty? I love the yellow on this one.
I don't know how many of you have actually looked at the herbal sachets, but that's what they're called. Like are there 2 leaflets of herbal sachets?
Nope, I
or
think
just
there's one, and it's
leaflet?
got all 6 of the patterns in
Which
it.
is a lot of
Yeah.
patterns in one time. Rosemary for remembrance. This is one of my favorites because it is something that you can give to someone
Yes.
for remembering
Yeah,
a loved one, or to give someone a little bit of solace when they are trying to remember their loved one. So
and
that's
then
good.
lavender.
And lavender is always lavender.
Absolutely.
I mean, let's face
I
it,
love
lavender is awesome.
This one actually has little butterflies, or hearts on it, I should
Oh,
say.
yeah, it does. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda, you're absolutely right. Bergamot smells so wonderful.
Mhm.
And that is the
Earl Grey
operative-
tea.
Exactly. I was going to say that's the main ingredient.
That's right.
Of Earl Grey. Love bergamot. And it also looks really nice in your garden. And finally, this one is chives.
Yeah.
Didn't we already see chives? Am I wrong here? Was there one that we saw that I called chives?
You might have called one chives, yes.
I think I called bergamot
Did
chives.
you call bergamot chives?
I'm sorry. No, this is real chives. Sorry about that. And the herbs really do look very realistic. I
They
mean,
do.
I did my very best
You
to
did
make
your very best, and they turned out so nice. I think we also did them and as a bell pull too. So
Yes.
you don't all, have to make them in sachets. You could stitch 3 of them and then sew some fabric around it and make it into a nice little
Yep. How
bell
about
pull
all
or
6 of them for
Absolutely.
in your kitchen? You can
Yeah,
do a
that's right.
horizontal,
Yes.
3 and 3.
yeah.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't
That would look really nice as well.
really nice, actually. That's so good.
Yeah.
Dory Davis says, I think I've got all the herbal sachets in my to-do stash to
Oh.
stitch someday. This is
Well,
good, though.
Pull them out, Dory. Put them in the rotation.
Hi, Serena.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Sherry says, so pretty. Aw, thank you. And Serena likes them. They're very sweet.
Yeah, and this I think is, I love this piece. It's called Tea and Stitches. I should have brought my bag in.
We should have done a
We
lot of shoulda things.
Should have.
Honestly,
Should have never happens, right? Anyway.
Is that what your mom and dad used to tell you?
Could have been my mother.
If
Yeah.
you're watching, Mom, it's okay.
Yeah. Could have been. Okay, the sheaf stitches are the ones in between the cluster blocks. And they're kind of done in an over-dyed thread. I don't know if you
Are
can
those
see 'em.
sheaf stitches?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. That was very, very inventive.
It
They
was.
are too.
Yeah.
And how did you find them?
I used a trusty dusty spreadsheet that we now have that has
Thank you
stitches. Thank
to
you
all
very
of
much.
you who were helpful in putting that spreadsheet.
I use it a
together.
lot.
Exactly. I think Kathy Bird did a lot,
Absolutely.
as did Trisha, as
Yeah.
did
Lorraine did some.
yeah, there were a number of people. I've forgotten
Absolutely.
the actual names,
Yeah.
and I should remember, but I can't remember everything all
Yeah.
the time. But Kathy Bird did the final and
Absolutely.
adjusted everything, and honestly, we use it like you wouldn't believe how often we
Yeah.
use it, and it's wonderful because there's going to be a time when we're going to be doing stitches of the week
Absolutely.
as a video,
Yes.
and then we'll be able to tell which stitches are where.
Yeah.
Right? It's just going to be
Yeah,
so great.
It is.
So thank you for showing us that.
So this has also some cute little pieces to it too.
I'm going to show this one because there you
Okay.
can see the. Can you see the sheaf stitch in the middle of the cluster blocks? They're pink. So around the outside are cluster blocks, and then the sheaf stitch is actually in the middle, which was a very unique
I'm
place to
curious
put
to
them.
know, how did you end up with two scissor cases?
I have no idea. I know
Should-
we had trunk shows at one point,
Yeah.
so we probably ended up having a separate
Duplicates,
sample.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is actually the top of a box.
Yes.
And that Lisa, I think, put together.
I did.
And so it actually holds all of the different things.
Exactly. And unfortunately, the box was
There.
discontinued. So when I went to go and finish mine, I couldn't get the box, so I turned mine into a bag.
Well, exactly. And your bag is lovely.
The bag turned out pretty nice. Yeah.
It really did.
Mhm.
And it looks like there we have some more comments,
Some more comments.
which I will check. Lots of people think things are pretty. And Loretta says 59.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Are we getting near 60 again?
We are. Yay.
You guys, it's so fun. Jennifer Gowan says they would make a lovely gift for a new house or a gardener.
Absolutely.
The herbals.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea. Ah, yes, the Tea and Stitches sampler. I came to BC for that retreat.
Oh, yes. That was many years ago,
Oh,
actually.
yeah, that's a good memory.
When was it? 2006, I think it was.
But she says it's not a good memory because
Yeah.
she came home only to find I'd pulled the threads out of the clusters by putting it back in the Q-snaps after cutting.
Aww.
Poor thing. Did you ever rescue it? Because, I mean, you know you can
Yeah.
rescue it, but that doesn't mean if you've pulled them all out, maybe you wouldn't want to rescue it.
Did you start again?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could. That's true. So let us know what happened to it, okay? It could end up in the bottom of your to-do pile.
To-do pile one day. I do that too. If I've
Can I put that one
pulled
over
something out, I stuff it in a box and leave it there for a long time before, until I'm over the upset, and then I might start stitching on it again.
Well, it's funny. I have done 3 of those and 3 designs that I just couldn't rescue and had cut work in it, etc. And I looked at them the other day and I thought to myself, what am I ever going to do with this? But it's all stitched badly. Okay. So in other words, the design just didn't work and I wasn't going to use it. And I knew I had to start over and I kept thinking maybe I can fix it. And so I look at these 3 and I'm thinking, okay, I've got to do something with them. I can't just throw them out. I'm sorry. Do you have a needle in that
Well,
one?
this one, there was a needle stuffed down in this way. It's like, well, that's an interesting place to put a needle. So.
Especially when you're picking it up and it's sharp.
Well, yes, that's right, exactly. But I'm trying to find where the sheaf stitch is on.
Okay,
this
well,
one.
I'll
So,
entertain you while the sheaf
yeah,
stitch is being looked
absolutely,
for.
because there's so many stitches on this. I have no idea where it is.
Exactly. Apparently there was 59, Brenda. people letting Thea know how many people have been shown up to the chat. Thank you. I guess I guess not too many people know why we have these numbers. What is the count is about, Patty? Yes. Linda says it's a party.
Now,
It kind of is.
I am not 100% sure. I think it could be that one, but I'm not sure.
I have to look with my glasses off. I'm sorry. Will you please entertain the folks?
I will. So while we're trying to figure out which one is the sheaf stitch, I'm actually just going to show you a couple of the extras that go along with Count Your Blessings. And it's a cute little design. I shouldn't say little because actually it's rather a long piece. It can be turned into an etui. And right now,
I don't see any sheaf stitch here at all. No? No, that's not a sheaf stitch.
Well, I thought for sure.
Unless you count, you know,
exactly.
doing two stitches across and tying them in the middle, but that's not sheaf.
It could be, no, that's right.
Could be a bit of a mistake.
It could be. But anyways, this is the scissor case that goes along with it.
Yes.
And then we also have the pin keep. Show it. There we go.
I love that one because it's got the pins on the side. It's called a mattress one, isn't it? At least I think so.
Well, it's got it was stitched on or stretched on mat board, so it's not soft all the way through.
Oh, okay, but it's cute.
And then there's a little scissor fob.
But they haven't seen the main thing yet.
I know.
And this is it.
That's
See?
right.
Because you haven't seen it because we can't find the sheaf stitch.
Yeah.
But now that we've started, this is called
Count Your Blessings.
Correct. And at the front, you'll see on the outside, on the flap, there is a hearting or heart, which you can decide not to do if you don't want to, but it does add to the whole etui. Then you open it up and you'll see this section here, Count Your Blessings, with a lot of lovely stitching. And then you open it up some more and there's more stitching. And of course there's a mattress pincushion, which is probably my favorite one, the shiny, what's it called, the silk? Dupioni silk, is it?
I don't know if that was Dupioni actually. It could have been.
Yeah, it looks very silky anyway, and that's the idea because you pull it so that it has those lovely little pockets. And then it says, Count Your Life by Smiles and... Count Your Life by Smiles, not Tears. I'm sorry, I couldn't read it backwards. And then some more stitches, and of course at the bottom is Count Your Age by Friends, not years, and years. And years? Not years. Again, wrong. But anyway, Count Your Age by Friends, not years. And there's a pocket at the bottom. So the whole thing is about this long.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of see the whole thing right now. And it's Count Your Blessings. This is one of the nicest etuis that are there, except for the other one that I really like is Stitching.
Where Stitchers Gather.
Yes, Where Stitchers Gather.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your memory, Lisa.
And probably there is a sheaf stitch somewhere in there, but I don't know where it is. I think maybe next week I'll start looking at the pieces themselves and try to figure out where the sheaf stitch is.
And
where the stitches are before.
We might have to adjust the stitch dictionary that we have.
Yes.
Because that can sometimes happen, you know.
Absolutely.
Maybe it'll say it though in the leaflet itself.
It could very well do that. I think that's all the sheaf stitch models.
You did really good because I don't use the sheaf stitch all the time.
No, you don't. It's on very few designs actually.
Didn't I put it on Oh Canada? Am I wrong there?
That's a good possibility, but actually I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 designs is what I wrote down.
I thought I put it on Oh Canada.
You want me to go look?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have a look a little later and see because, you know, somewhere in my mind I thought sheaf stitches like for the wheat fields. Then
well, you do have wheat on,
but it's not
on
sheaf.
there. I don't think it's a sheaf stitch.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Number of people here. That's right. I did start over, but it's been in my to-do pile for years. I understand. It's such a terrible feeling suddenly that you have so many stitches to do over.
But she's got the box.
Maybe you can get the box.
Nah, mine's already done and finished.
How many viewers online? Exactly. Thank you, all of you for answering. Patty Noli. Hello, I'm here, says Carolina Villanova. How lovely to see you. Good evening and good weekend. It sounds like Marie-Annick Marianne is just arrived and Marie is from France, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
You are from France, right, Marie? I believe so. It's not Quebec. Dory Davis, I loved working on Count Your Blessings. So much fun to stitch.
Yes.
There's a lot of different stitches in
There
that
are,
one, and very
absolutely.
soft colors. Thank you, Marie. And everyone, thank you. Jennifer Crane likes that, or Kane likes that one too. Love, love that HV. Sheaf stitches between the upright crosses. Okay, so that's where she says it is. So we'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Trisha knows, and we don't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
Thanks, Trisha. It was Trisha that said that. The sheaf stitches
Oh
between.
no, I'm talking Kathy.
Oh,
about
you're
60.
talking to. We made it!
Yeah.
Yay! We have to have like confetti or something every time we reach 60. I just can't believe it because we have gradually increased our viewership
Absolutely.
over many years.
Yeah.
We used to start out with 4 to 8 people.
That's right. Yes.
And then it got to close to 20. And thank you for
Yeah.
keeping count for us. It kind of makes it fun for all of us rather than just us knowing
yeah.
because we know nothing.
That's right. We don't see any numbers at all. Yeah.
And Lisbeth has to go. Need to run. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Liz.
Bye, Liz.
And Susanna. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you, Susanna. That's a very big compliment coming from her. So that's it. And we have 2 more items that we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have personal comments on anything we've done so far.
No, I don't have any comments, but we do have some cottages to show.
Oh,
so,
yes, I better hurry.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, let's see, 4 cottages that are matching, another 4 sampler cottages that are matching, and then we have, well, we had 3 of the small cottages, but there's another one coming.
There is, but we're not going to show you that one yet.
Why not?
Because
you're so mean to everyone.
No, we got to keep these things as a surprise.
Okay. And then we have a few other little things that are cottagey. One of the first cottages I ever did, and it's number 26, and I can't remove that. That's okay. But it is behind glass because it was one of my earlier ones. This is actually the cottage sampler, and you can see my light over there, but that's all right.
I loved stitching this one.
The roof was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It was a stitch that I kind of made up. I really wanted it to look like a thatched roof, and it did.
Yeah,
and
it
then
certainly did.
And then a few lovely little specialty stitches, some little flowers.
This one actually has a sheaf stitch on it.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is in white, in between the 2 little flower bands. Oh, smart you! And then some tulips, and of course the cottage garden at the bottom. And the cottage itself just came out so nice.
It did.
So that one is the start of all of my little houses and cottages. And then there's the other cottage that is actually in the leaflet as a simple cottage, but it's also in the same leaflet as this one, which is called Ravenhill
Herb Farm.
Herb Farm. You call it herb?
Herb.
Herbs. Is that American herb? And British is herb? Anyway, sorry, tomato,
Yeah.
have no idea. Anyway, so this is Ravenhill, and at the top is this lovely little cottage. And what we ended up doing, because this is the large piece, this is the herb farm, but what we ended up doing is showing it also framed.
As just a little cottage.
Hello, Beverly Fleming. You got blurry. I'm sorry we got blurry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, hey, it's Friday.
Brenda says, oh my God, that's so cute. And it is. That one is the roof of the little cottage just struck me. And it took a long time to figure out.
I remember that. It took you a little while to figure that one out.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another one towards the end because we haven't gotten to that one yet.
Okay.
And what are the next ones? Are these, right?
Sure, we can do those ones.
We're going to go very quickly through these.
Yeah.
There's 4 and 4 and 3. Okay. Yeah. And those few other ones. So you can have one and I'll have another. Okay. So there's a cottage at the bottom of the tulip terrace. These are 4 matching cottage samplers.
Little samplers.
Yes. Exactly. And there's another one.
And this one is Hydrangea House. I love the blues in this one, and I love the little blue cottage. I like the fact that they're small and there's a few specialty stitches in them to
Exactly.
keep you interested.
And then, of course, we've seen these before, the Sunflower Cottage, which actually has lots and lots of special stitches and even some silk ribbon. Deb Summerlot says, Herb is a man's name. Herb we use for garden items. That's a good idea. Ravenhill was the first of the farms you collected, Marcy. Thank you. Because, yes, there's a lot of farms here, too.
And this one is Poinsettia Place.
And Poinsettia Place is extremely good.
Absolutely.
For
this time of year.
Exactly. Let's show the little cottage more.
Absolutely.
There we go. There we go. Look at that. That little cottage
Cute
is one of my
cottage.
favorite.
I love the poinsettias on it
I'm
too.
going to show them all at one time. Okay.
Are you?
Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. There's all four. I love this picture.
And you can actually make them all into pillows or flat folds.
Of course.
Or
We're all in one big, huge honking frame.
That's right.
So those cottages, actually, they started me on the cottage kick. As you know, there were other cottages as well. Or did they start me? No, these started me, didn't they?
I'm not too sure which came first.
Okay, you take two and I'll take two.
Okay.
Okay, here's the other cottages that I did. I can't remember which ones I did first. But as you can tell, oh, are we in order?
Probably
not. No, there is an actual saying, but I can't read them
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah.
So these are the other cottages.
I think the beach cottage was the first one.
That makes sense. There's the winter one.
Yeah.
And then the beach
you've got the
cottage
beach.
is here. And that's going to be on sale. And that's going to be on
the
sale.
pumpkin cottage.
Yep.
And then the last one is the cherry blossom cottage.
Yes, that was the very last one
That
we
was
did.
the very last
Exactly. And all of them really would look very nice.
Mhm.
We actually have them pictured like with
Fo-
four different
Absolutely.
frames,
Yeah,
but hanging in a group.
absolutely.
So because they're like very similar
Mhm.
and they're exactly the same. And what's really cool is the verse itself is dreams are made of sand and sun,
Cherry blossom, spring begun.
and winter days
Okay.
bring snow and fun.
Picking pumpkins, harvest done.
Exactly. Now
Yeah.
that's not exactly in order,
No.
but they all rhyme.
Yeah.
So they can be put like this one is that end of
Absolutely.
things.
Spring.
No, that's the other way around.
That's
This
spring.
way, like this,
Are
right?
you sure?
Kind of like this,
Okay.
where the words go around the outside
Absolutely.
is the point.
Yes. I think it probably would go like those two go together.
Okay.
And don't you think it would be, is that summer? Yes. So this, even
So
though
like
this
this?
was the last,
So like this? No. No, like this.
yeah, it should go like that. And then this should be,
Like this.
uh, we're getting confused now.
Well, you can see one side of the square.
Absolutely. But I don't think the spring and summer, oh yes, they do. Okay.
Yeah, they have to. But they're,
Okay.
instead of side by side, we have to hold them up and
Absolutely.
down
Yes,
so that you can see the words go all the way around this square.
that's right.
Can you do it?
There
Can
we
you do
go.
Okay, down a bit, down a bit.
Down a bit.
There we go. Oh, almost. Okay.
Yeah.
There.
There.
Okay.
People are going, what the heck are those two doing now?
Well, have a look at the words. And they go all around the square of four
Yes.
cottages. And that's the way they were designed. It's very, very complicated.
It is. And
Way
I
too
think I just
complicated.
made it more complicated, but you know.
Well, that at least we're entertaining.
That's right, yes.
I just want to check and see what anybody have said. Thank you so much. Ravenhill's the first. Yes, that's what Marcy said. Deb says, I've always used herb for things like basil. It's so true. So
Yeah.
have I. But, you know, to each his own. In Scotland, we pronounce the H of herb. So you're Scottish. I didn't know that.
Well, English, you know, Norwegian mix.
I have a feeling that somehow in Scotland and in England,
Herb.
there's just different ways of
Yeah.
pronouncing. I always said herb, but I'm probably Canadian Dutch. So
Yeah.
what do I know? Thank you, Deb. And Dory says thank you to both of you for loving the cottages. All of these cottages are going to be on sale this weekend. As
Yeah.
soon as I get them up and as a sale item, it's just not quite ready yet. Just so you know, because we didn't have an extra day this week.
That's right, exactly. The week, you know, disappeared on us.
It kind of did.
Yeah.
Diane Mertisdorf, I need to finish my sunflower cottage pillow from the class at Minnesota. That's
Yeah,
right. That's right. That's where I taught it.
you taught it there. Yes.
And
Yeah.
because the theme there was sunflowers.
It was. Yeah.
I remember. We are kind of funny.
Yeah.
Kind of funny. Thanks, Karen. And last cottage, not
Yeah.
last but not least.
Yeah.
This cottage is actually standalone right now, but it is a cottage, and even though it's called Gingerbread Stitching House,
Gingerbread Hollow.
Hollow,
Yeah.
sorry, it's a house, but it's a cottage too.
Yeah.
It's a very small cottage. When you really think about it, those people are they're very small compared
Yes.
to the cottage.
That's right. Yes. It's a mansion compared to the people.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Actually. Look at how tiny the people are. Oh dear. I guess I screwed that one up.
No. Yeah, they could be, way in the distance.
No, if they were, then the house is even farther
Yeah.
in the distance. Look how big they are. Look at them. This is ridiculous. I agree. It's a mansion. So, but it's still going to be on
cute,
sale.
though.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've got a few other little cottages there.
Oh my goodness, I forgot the
Yeah,
three.
Don't forget the three there.
1, 2.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. No, 1, 2, 3, like that.
Exactly. That was actually first, even though
This one's first.
Yes,
And this is the French country cottage.
absolutely.
And this one,
Exactly. This is the thatched cottage.
correct.
And then the last one that was released was the Victorian cottage.
Exactly. And we have them all done up
Yeah.
like little presents,
Absolutely.
which I love.
Yeah, I love this finish.
We're going to
The
finish
blocks.
the next one like that too,
Yes,
aren't we?
we are.
That's good. And I also have another one in a block, and I might just release that one at the same time.
Okay.
We'll
Oh,
just see.
yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we done?
I think
was a
that's
lot of
all the
models.
show we have. Yes.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, all the models that we were showing. We're not necessarily done yet, but
We're not done at all.
Yeah.
In fact, we have most of the rest of the day that we're going to be making sure that you guys get the sale
Absolutely.
and that you get the stitch along. Oh, I don't think that I showed the stitch along yet.
Nope, you have not.
Okay, this is kind of going to be a hint as to the name of it,
Yes.
which is GSG.
Absolutely.
Okay, but you still won't know what the actual GSG stands for unless you guess it.
Yes.
So you can guess it right here, right now, when I show you this. You'll know what this is about.
Absolutely.
There we go. That is one of the, this is the third episode, I should say, the third part of the snow globe. So you can see what's in the middle. And you know also that the name of this pattern relates somehow to the little people in the middle. Okay?
Yeah.
So when and if you can guess right now, right here, or you can guess later on in the group, no problem. And I hope that you enjoy this new pattern for your
Absolutely.
stitch along.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that it's fun for you.
I can hardly wait to see what people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they're very small people. So be very precise. If you're going to put any back stitching in, make sure you just use one strand
Yes.
for a back stitch, because 2 strands is going to be too thick. And
Yeah.
for the faces, you can either keep a face in there with a little dot, or you can just ignore the faces altogether and don't put a mouth and eyes in at all, or just the eyes. And one little French knot for an eye, not any bigger than that. One strand, one French knot. Is all you probably are going to need, or one wrap, I should say, because the eyes can't be huge. They're just little people. See, they're just little people.
Yeah, and I think Dory got it. Dory was the first one who said gnome, sweet gnome.
Where's that?
You have to scroll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And gnome snow globe. That's a good one
Yeah.
too. Love the show today. I like stitching buildings. Thank you, Marcy.
Yeah, there's Dory. Gnome,
Santa snow
yeah.
globe. Gnome,
Gnome.
sweet gnome.
Yeah, and no gnome snow globe. That also works.
I know,
actually.
it works
Yeah.
great. You
Yeah.
can, I'm sure I know what it is.
Yeah.
Gnome snow globe, so cute. I must be too sleepy, haven't a clue what the initials stand for. It, gnome snow globe would have been great, but it's
Absolutely.
actually gnome sweet gnome. But
Yeah.
you can put whatever you want,
Absolutely.
and that's
Yeah.
the fun. Thank you for guessing. That was kind of fun too to hear all of your ideas. Gnomes is right. So the gnomes are kind of short and
Yeah.
they're very petite. So remember to use very specific kinds of threads, and don't make the threads too thick, okay?
Yes.
Because you do want to fill it in, but everything takes a lot of detail, and I don't want you to have the feeling. For instance, look at the beard on the little gnome, the man gnome. Okay, you do all the green underneath first, and then you probably would be best to just use one strand at a time to make the kind of the fluffy areas of the around the outside of the beard. Try not to do too much at one time. Using one strand and then seeing if that's enough. And then if you need to, use 2 strands.
Absolutely.
And so gnomes, says Jennifer McEwen. That's lovely. Well, I really appreciate you guys being here. How long have we been?
It's 20 after.
Goodness
So
gracious, we managed 50 minutes
50
again.
minutes.
Thank you all for joining us. Right?
Yes,
Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No.
Do you remember the old, I don't know if any of you used to watch Chip and Dale on
Oh, yes.
the cartoons?
Absolutely.
And they would always say, no, thank you. No, after you.
Thank you.
So we've done that forever in our office, Lisa
We
and
have.
I.
No, thank you.
So I hope you have a great weekend, and
Absolutely.
hope that you can wait for the sale, and the stitch along will be out very soon, probably the fastest.
Yes, it'll probably be out before the sale.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The sale will take a little bit longer. Cute, says Mary Widrowitz. Thank you. And thanks, Patty. Thanks, Lorraine. Thanks, Tricia. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next week, I think, right? And I can end the live video now.
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am.
Are you really
Yeah,
sure?
I'm really sure. Until next week, everybody, have a happy, stitchy weekend.